We got some new Watch Dogs Legion footage that showcases an extra item that you can get in a special edition of the game. Also, there will be some unique operatives coming post-launch, maybe even celebrities that we can play. Plus, I learned more at E3 about the post-launch plan of the game, so there is a ton to discuss in this video. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support, and let's go. Quick reminder that I'm doing a special giveaway for an E3 2019 game of your choice, including Watch Dogs Legion. Just follow the link in the pinned comment for a chance to win, and be sure you are a subscriber of the channel before you enter. If you win, I will reach out and share a pre-order code for a special edition of the game that you want. And speaking of special editions, Watch Dogs Legion has a collector's edition that includes some physical goodies, including this lightning dead CORONET mask that you will then also be able to use in the game. And of course, in Watch Dogs Legion, it's the case that when you enter a restricted area, you wear a mask to hide your identity. And every operative seems to have their own mask when you recruit them, but you can also buy new ones at the shop. Well, looks like Ubisoft will also be adding special operatives after launch, as we see in the Ultimate Pack that has 3 pretty cool looking ones with the special outfits. And I hope that when you get these characters, you then also unlock their gear, so you can then use that on other characters you recruited. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I hope so. Looks like these characters represent the 3 different classes, with the Viper being the stealthy infiltrator, the Leopard being the guns blazing enforcer, and the Lynx likely being the hacker. During the post-launch, as part of the Season Pass, we will also see some special iconic heroes, as Ubisoft likes to call them, that also come with their special background story mission. So maybe in order to unlock them when they release, we will first need to do a special mission, and then we can control them just like for every other character in the game. But now they are likely familiar characters, like I would not be surprised if one of these characters was from the previous Watch Dogs games. Like the guy here on the right really looks like Aiden with the coat and the hands in the coat and the cap. Very likely him, right? So that could mean that we have to do a mission for him and then unlock him as a playable operative, but also as a pretty old man, because it looks like Watch Dogs Legion is set in 2040 if the find from FX Feels on Reddit is correct, because one of the helmets in the reveal trailer namely has the date written on it. And if this is correct, I mean, the game is of course set in the future, and looking at what they did to London, you would say that 2040 makes kind of sense. Either way, Aiden would then be 66. And T-Bone 79. But yeah, one of the cool features in this game is of course that we can play as grannies, and grandpas should be there too. Like Ubisoft actually confirmed that via Twitter, so maybe that could be a fun twist, that if T-Bone is one of these characters that gets added via the Season Pass, that he's a grandpa. I mean, we see a guy with a cap and some hair to the side, it could totally be him. There is a weird part though about this tease for iconic heroes or operatives, because there's also this image that looks to be showing completely different characters. At least some of them look to be different. Like one has a sword, looks like a For Honor character or something, and one has a helm that looks like a gas mask. Who is Aiden in this picture? It's pretty hard to say. So I tried to look at the source for this image and I could not really find it. So I think this was an older image that maybe a store posted and some people picked up, but I now cannot find it at any of the official Ubisoft sources. So I think this picture is not correct anymore. So we should just look at the 2 versions of the 4 iconic characters that we have right here. And of course, I'm curious, who do you think they are? Let me know in the comments of this video. I'm also really curious to know what the traits will be for these unique operatives. Every character in the world will namely have 1 or 2 traits that you can see by profiling them. Some traits enhance the combat abilities of that character, or some things just help you out, like being able to automatically be released from jail. Because that is the thing in Watch Dogs Legion, when you're almost dead, you can choose to either continue, so get back on your feet and try to kill the incoming enemies, or surrender, and then you could end up in jail. So that might be the best choice if you don't want your character to die, because if you get back on your feet and then die, you lose this character permanently. But if you surrender and end up in jail, you have to wait some time before you can use this character again. But with the automatically release from jail trait, you have a chance to instantly be available again. So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, some traits are better than others. It really depends on the situation. And Ubisoft confirmed to me at E3 during an interview that there are not some operatives that are clearly the best, because the system is random. So I can make a video when the game is out saying, hey, just go to this heavily guarded place and recruit Marcus because he always has the best perks. This will not be something that is possible. But if Ubisoft is adding heroes that seem to have set traits, then you might create a situation where some are clearly better than other operatives in the game. But on the other hand, you could argue that it would be weird that if they added Aiden Pierce in the game and he turned out to have really bad traits. So it will be interesting to see how they will make sure that it's still balanced. But still, them adding new characters and selling them in special editions totally goes against the premise of you recruiting characters in the world and having a different team than someone else. But yeah, hard to say what the impact will be in the final game. We also see that the Season Pass includes the exclusive mission and a Wrench mask, kind of confirming that we will likely not get to play as Wrench, but still can wear his mask on any other character, so that's pretty cool. And we can get a DedSec car skin, so like paint over our car from the looks of it. And those things will be available at launch, while the iconic heroes and their mission will be available post-launch if you have the Season Pass. I do feel though that the Season Pass looks pretty bare bones right now, like 4 characters and their missions. Of course, we don't know how long these missions will be, but it seems like not a lot compared to, for example, the Odyssey Season Pass that we had for the same price and that also included Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. I mean, I'm sure they will have a big post-launch content video before the launch that details all the content we can expect in the months after the release, but right now I'm not really impressed by the Season Pass offering. We should totally expect some free updates as well. There will be a 4-player online multiplayer mode available for Watch Dogs Legion where you can play with up to 3 friends and likely do some special game modes and activities in the open world. And if the Watch Dogs 2 post-launch updates are any indication, then we can likely expect a lot of new things for Legion as well. Ubisoft confirmed to me at E3 that they will keep polishing Legion after launch, add more richness to the simulation, so the recruit anyone mechanics, and give you a constant reason to keep recruiting new people. We have free classes after launch, so I would not be surprised if we at least saw one new one post-launch, because I can't think of a better reason to have you recruit new people, because you cannot change the class from your already recruited operatives, so you have to recruit new people if you want to play that class. And because there are a ton of ways to customize each class, you would likely have to recruit more than one to fully utilize each class. Another reason to keep recruiting and leveling up new characters is of course if they added some celebrities to the game. I asked about this during my interview at E3 and they seem to be teasing that this is a possibility, and it would of course be awesome if you can then play as them and have them in the cutscenes as well, like maybe Jon Snow, aka Kit Harington, who is a British actor. He already had a role in Call of Duty and would be a cool fit in this game as well. So what Ubisoft said is that they cannot represent all the famous Londoners because they don't have that much money. However, they are thinking about maybe capturing their flavor going forward. So they seem to be looking into it, and it seems to be a trend right now in games. Of course, we've seen it before, but right now we've of course got John Bernthal in Ghost Recon Breakpoint and Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077. Maybe Watch Dogs is next. What you also saw in the Ultimate Pack is the 4-week VIP status, so I'm sure that you can also buy 1 week VIP status or 4 weeks in the microtransaction store when the game is out, and it will then give you more currency, so the cryptocurrency that you can use to buy new clothing, weapons and abilities, and also more XP. So you'll level up your characters and your DedSec as a whole faster. The image with the different looking unique operatives that again I don't think is real anymore said that you would earn XP and currency 30% faster, but again I think that's different right now. Either way, I really hope that just like in Odyssey it's really an extra and not something that was made with the progression in mind. The big red flag here is that this seems temporarily, where in Odyssey the XP boost was permanent, but here there, you can only have it for a limited time, at least from the looks of it. So that is not really nice. But yeah, again, we have to wait and see how it all impacts the game when it launches on March 3rd. And also with the Ultimate and Gold Edition, you can play 3 days early. That's also something that Ubisoft seems to be doing right now for all their games. Subscribe for way more on Watch Dogs Legion. I want to go way more in depth on the classes and some other parts of the game that I learned more about at E3. So totally subscribe to stay up to date on that. A like on this video would be super appreciated. Check out my previous Watch Dogs Legion video on the character customization in the game. And for now, I will speak to you next time. Don't forget the giveaway in the pinned comment, and goodbye.